Mr. Glenn Beck has taught me many lessons throughout the years, mainly that I need to prepare, because the end is, of course, near. 40 years of darkness is coming. Earthquakes, volcanoes, the dead rising from the grave, human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria! It was either Glenn or Ghostbusters who said that. I can't remember exactly. Harold Ramis, writer and actor, best known perhaps for his role as Egon in Ghostbusters, passed away recently. And it got me thinking about all the things I learned from that quality film. In the age of 99-plus weeks of unemployment benefits, we have to remember that the Ghostbusters, 3 parapsychology professors out of jobs, didn't waste time on the government dole. Instead, they decided to turn their bad fortune into their own business.
You're always so concerned about your reputation. Einstein did his best stuff when he was working as a patent clerk. You know how much a patent clerk earns? No.
Personally, I like the university. They gave us money and facilities. We didn't have to produce anything. You've never been out of college. You don't know what it's like out there. I've worked in the private sector. They expect results.
For whatever reasons, Ray, call it fate, call it luck, call it karma. I believe that everything happens for a reason. I believe that we were destined to get thrown out of this dump.
For what purpose?
To go into business for ourselves.
Come on, that's a great entrepreneurial story. But it also teaches us that once business is a success, well, then some government agency is going to come in this case the EPA, and it's going to crack down on you.
Excuse me, this is private property.
Shut this off. Shut these all off.
I'm warning you, turning off these machines would be extremely hazardous.
I'll tell you what's hazardous. You're facing federal prosecution for at least a half a dozen environmental violations. Now, either you shut off these beams or we shut them off for you.
Every time. There's a couple of lessons there. The government will come in and screw with your business and has no regard as to what effect that will have on our country, up to and including ghost explosions. And there's another great point in there about unions where we kind of didn't see too much of this, but the EPA guy wants to turn all this stuff off. He brings along a union guy and keeps saying, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off. It's just a switch. The EPA guy got to go on there and pull the thing himself, but instead he needs a union guy to do it for him. Ugh. Life lessons here, okay? The government will always try to get in the way of your ambitions with countless regulations and is really to be feared more than any ghost. One more lesson. I also learned something that I thought was interesting. I found out where Jeffy was in 1984. There he is. Yeah, oh. Jeffy needs a tan. Problem if that was Jeffy, he would definitely eat himself.